Hello, everyone. Welcome to another BDPA Tech and Career Talk. I am your host, Devin Jenkins, our National Tech and Career Talk leader. I serve as a commercial IT business partner at GE Healthcare, and I'm the founder and CEO of Share the Vibes LLC, based here in Charlotte, North Carolina. But we have people with us from all over today. So whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, drop in the comments where you're joining us from today. And share this live. Share right now. Press that share button. Share it so someone can hear today's message and get all the insight they need before we head to Indianapolis in a few weeks for BDPACON26. Super excited about that. So, yeah, like I say, let us know where you're joining from in the comments. Also, like, share, subscribe, click the bell if you're on YouTube so you know when we post. Follow us, all that good stuff that you're supposed to do that the influencers tell you to do. Do that for us too. So, like, share, subscribe, comment below, click that bell, and share this with someone who needs to hear it because you know someone who needs to hear it. So super excited for today's conversation. Today is all about BDPA Con 26, our national BDPA technology conference and career fair coming up. So I'm super excited to have you all with us today. We're going to talk about everything that you need to know as we get ready for BDPA Con. And it's going to be a great time. But before we do that, I always like to give a little bit of an overview of who BDPA is and what this Tech and Career Talk platform is for those who may be unfamiliar with us. Maybe this is your first time joining us. So I'd like to make sure you know who you're dealing with. So BDPA was founded in 1975 as Black Data Processing Associates. The organization was founded as a way to build the African American talent pipeline in the technology industry. And the org does that with a focus on developing computer programming skills, technology skills, soft skills to prepare youth for careers in the technology industry. That starts as early as middle school. It carries on through high school. Then we have a collegiate level for BDPA as well as a professional level. So throughout your career, whether you're a student trying to figure out what IT is and what it's all about, or you're in the career field, working day to day, maybe you're a senior executive, maybe you're retired. It doesn't matter. BDPA is special in that it's multi-generational and we do something that works for everyone. So whether you're trying to figure out this is what you want to do, or you've been doing it for a while, you're trying to figure out how to go to that next level, BDPA is here for you, always advancing careers from the classroom to the boardroom. So super excited to have you. The BDPA Tech and Career Talks take place second and fourth Friday of each month. This is our last talk pre-conference. We always take a break conference month because there's a lot that goes on in that. So we take a little break. So we'll be back in August with our next Tech and Career Talk this time. But generally speaking, second and fourth Friday of each month, Tech and Career Talks are here, 1 hour, and we have different speakers come in speaking on different topics. So people who are industry leaders, we've had students on, we've had entrepreneurs on. We give you quite the range, but we speak on topics from as technical as brain-machine interaction and AI and what goes in behind that. I mean, we've had softer talks around emotional intelligence and updating your resume and how to work with jerks. So we really give you a range topics. So whether you're a student or, like I say, you're that retired senior executive, you can get some value from what we're bringing here. So make sure you tap into our YouTube channel, follow National BDPA. All of our talks are out there. We've been using StreamYard this year, so we're actually live streaming the talks this year. So you can watch this on our Facebook page, our LinkedIn, or YouTube. It's all out there. So plenty of content for you to watch and share with others. Before we bring up today's special guest, I do want to make sure I encourage you, myself personally, to go register for BDPA Con 26. We have an amazing lineup of speakers and workshops, activities. The Black Expo is going on in Indianapolis across the street. There's a lot going on. So, hey, BDPA Con 26 going down Indianapolis at the Grand Hyatt Regency in downtown. I think that's on Capitol Avenue. And we'll be there July 15th through the 18th. So, hey, register. Scan that QR code up there in the corner. There's a QR code on the flyer, too. So, QR codes are your thing. We got plenty of them. Pick one, scan it, register, and join us next month as we head to Indianapolis for BDPA Con 2026. So, hey, that's my spiel. We have two amazing ladies with us today. So I'm excited. I'm going to bring them on stage for us to get into it. So we have Ms. Goldie Bonney, our conference director this year, also our VP of strategy and planning. And we also have Ms. Rupal, Thanawala, our conference co-chair this year. So excited to have these ladies with us. These are the bosses. They tell me what to do and I do it. So I'm glad to have them on here so they can tell you what to do for the next few minutes. But Goldie, Rupal, how are you all doing today?
Thank you for having us and looking forward to having this conversation. My job
Yes.
is to sell you BDPA in Indianapolis, and I want to.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be counting on how many people says yes in this next 45 minutes we have.
Yeah.
Goldie, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks. The weather's good. We're getting close to the conference, so everything is good. Looking forward to having the conversation today.
Good. Yeah, it's actually wet here in Charlotte today. I had to go to O'Reilly early. It was pouring down as soon as I got there, but
Yeah. I think that's
remembered I
making
had
its
an
way up
umbrella in the
here.
bag. So,
Yeah.
nonetheless, well, hey, glad you're both doing well. I'm looking forward to seeing both of you in a few weeks. I think we're right around 3 weeks out, something like
Mhm.
that. No, my
Yeah,
my
no
math is
less
a little
than
funny, but
yeah, no
we're
less than
close.
3 weeks.
We're
Yep.
close. We're close.
Yeah,
So,
we have a countdown watch going on like every day. We keep on counting every single day. And okay, so as a I just want to take a poll. Of course, we are not taking a formal poll, but how many people you guys know about Indianapolis Indy 500? Yes. So
yep.
I know BDPA has going to have tons of very, very professional, innovative ideas and a lots of competition going on. But I want to start with some fun stuff. Okay. So what is Indianapolis known for? Indy 500. We have 110th running of 33 cars at 225 miles. So I promise you that if you guys come to Indianapolis, I will take you down on track. That's on me.
All
So
right.
does that sound interesting?
You
Okay.
heard it here
How?
first. You heard it here. It's live.
Right?
Okay.
You can't back it out now, right?
All right. How many guys know that Indianapolis Colts were actually Super Bowl winners few years back? And we hosted actually Super Bowl also. You are just half a mile away from Lucas Oil Stadium. Who knows Caitlin Clark? Everybody should know Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is playing while we are in BDPA. And
Hmm.
I will try to buy some discount tickets if possible. If not, it's on me. So anybody registers during this 45 minutes conversation, you have to send your name to Devin, and I'll make sure that I get you some discount tickets for Indiana Fevers.
All
So,
right.
All right.
You heard
so
it here
now,
first,
so
everybody.
now we are creating some excitement. Okay, I know BDP is probably near and dear to my heart, and I know Goldie has a one more fun stuff to share, which she's doing on a Thursday night. So I don't want to steal her thunder, but I want to make sure that when you come to Indianapolis, yes, there's going to be tons of professional networking. There's a lot of learnings because I know we all are learning, even in this age and time where we are, we have to constantly, have the desire to learn about new things, what's happening in our industry, where we are headed, what's happening new. That's fun. But after 5 o'clock, we need to have fun. Yes. Enough of work, 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 technology, nerdy things. But after 5 o'clock, I think Goldie, you are up next. What can we do on a Thursday night then?
Well, I mean, we have some experiences. We actually have the Brook Source Mixer that's happening on Thursday night. So yeah, definitely making a focus on not just doing all of the professional and learning opportunities, but also what can people do outside of that. And there's lots to explore in Indianapolis, and so hopefully we'll
Yeah,
get into
absolutely.
all
So
that stuff.
Brooksource, so the Brooksource experience that Goldie has been working, and Goldie has not seen the space because she's not from Indianapolis. It's one of the coolest uh, terrace type of rooftop um, space we have got reserved for all of us, and we'll have a nice food, drinks, but more importantly, of course, professional networking, because throughout the day we all will be busy with lots of workshops and experiences, but then, hey, I want to speak to somebody one on one about what are they doing in their work, or hey, I'm looking for a job. I think I need to find a mentor and take my career in a different direction. So those personal conversations can happen on those Thursday evening, where you can talk to individuals and definitely make those connections outside LinkedIn. We all have
Yeah.
those LinkedIn connections, but then how do you make it that little bit more personal and connect with like-minded people. So that's going to be our Thursday activation, and Goldie has really worked hard on organizing that. So
Yeah, I'm excited for all that's to come. I'm looking forward to Indianapolis. I've been to Indy once, and I was more so in Noblesville than Indy. So I'm looking forward to being right there in the heart of things. I think I went to Kilroy's real quick in Indianapolis, and then I brought to Noblesville. But looking forward to being there. Those in Indiana know what I'm talking about when I say Kilroy. So looking forward to being up there. But hey, you started us off on a great energy, Rupal. So we have about I think about 43 minutes left. So you're on the clock. If you're watching this, register in these next 40 minutes. Man, RuPaul got Indiana Fever tickets for you. She's getting you on the Indy 500 track and everything. She said it's on the live. You can rewind it. It's right there. So we got to hold you to it. So make sure you share that with us. If you register with for the conference within these next 45 minutes, drop something in the comments. Email me, devin.jenkins@bdpa.org. I'll make sure RuPaul gets that. And you know where to find it when you get there. So, with that being said, I want to jump into some of the conversation today. Just making sure everybody knows what to expect as we get ready for BDPA Con, because it is coming and it's going to be an amazing time. First question, just to kind of break the ice, and I like to ask this each year when we have this conversation, but what is your favorite BDPA conference memory? I know both of you have been to multiple ones. You're no strangers to BDPA. So, Goldie, we'll start with you. What is your favorite BDPA conference memory?
Gosh, I'm probably going to be dating myself, but I think my very first conference was actually 2007, and that
Okay.
was in DC. I'm not sure if it was at that conference or one after that one, but I believe we had Roland Martin as a speaker. And he really brought the energy and really had people like pumped up and fired up about the conference. And so that was really cool to be there and to hear him speak for the first time for me.
RuPaul? See, RuPaul, what's your favorite conference
oh my
memory?
God, I lost you guys again.
We hear
Did I
you and
lose
see
you
you.
guys? Oh gosh.
We'll let RuPaul answer that one when she comes back. And I see we have some question in the comments around organizations sponsoring workshops. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit because I actually planned to touch on that. So thanks for dropping that in the comments, Sam. We'll come back to that. Well, Goldie, while we wait for RuPaul to come back, RuPaul's already kind of. Hold on, let me see. She's back. Can you hear us, RuPaul?
Yeah, I can. I don't know why my signal goes in and out. It's okay. So I know we were at the favorite memories,
Your
right?
favorite conference memory. Yep.
Okay, so I would say I think it was 2016 or 17. We were in Cincinnati. And okay, this is a proud mommy moment, okay? Uh, so I have been a lifetime BDPA member. By the way, I want to also know how many people are BDPA lifetime member. If you're not, think about it, signing up while you're there. So there were two things happened. I signed up to be, and I've been a BDPA member for many, many years. But being a BDPA lifetime member meant a very special thing for me because at the time our founder Olpes was there, and he gave me a pin, which is still I really have in my drawer right there. But actually getting that pin from a person who had the vision at that time, probably 46 years, whatever years back, and now we are celebrating 52nd year. So I think getting that recognition from a legend meant a lot. To have that vision way before I was born, to get that from somebody who thought about it, that this is the future and this is where we are going to lead this organization for another 50 plus years. Um, and he interested us, not only me, and by the way, anybody can be a lifetime member. It's open invitation to everybody. But I think getting that from Alpes and his speech and his words really still resonates with me. That how he thought about this idea that he wants to create an organization which actually probably had no meaning 52 years back. And to see that coming full circle now, I think that when I look back at my journey with BDPA for so many years, I said, that was important. That was my commitment to being part of BDPA for life.
Wow, two great stories. Yeah, Roland Martin at a conference, I think in around '07. Was Roland Martin, right, Goldie?
Yep.
Yep, Roland Martin came through, and then Rupal got the stamp of approval from Mr. Earl Pace himself, the visionary, our founder, our leader. Man, great memories there. And I was at that Cincinnati conference. That was 2017.
Hmm.
Actually, I was there. I remember that. That's the year I met Terry. Actually, Terry Morris. We met in Cincinnati. And then a few years later, I was leading Taking Career Talk. So
Yeah.
here we are.
Yep.
And then I'm seeing someone's comment about, Dr. Jesse Bemley and of course Earl Pace and, oh my God, yeah, those were those are the legends, because Dr. Bemley still comes. And then I'll tell you one more thing also. Actually, that same Cincinnati one, it's a little personal for me again because my son competed for IT Showcase. He created an app for Alzheimer's disease and for patients, and he got the first prize.
Oh wow.
And by the way, I had no hand in that. Um, I was not a judge. I was just sitting there and watching. But I think see that not only my son, but so many young our youth competing, coming up with those ideas. And I think watching them present was a proud moment for me as just because I was their mom, but of course listening to other participants also, and probably that's every single year, because we want to make sure at a BDPA conference that we are not only just coming for our personal growth, but creating pathways for our young people, and seeing them is definitely very inspiring. And we'll see that again this year also.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's a good segue. And you started touching on this a little bit earlier, RuPaul. But no, we've been in Atlanta for the last several years. I want to say the last 5 years or so. I could be off in that, but it's been a little while. We had a little break with COVID, but we've been in Atlanta for multiple years. So it's kind of been the home for the conference. This year we're going to Indianapolis, so I think it's kind of exciting just to have a transition, a change of scenery, something new. So I wanted to ask both of you, and Rupal, you started touching on it. I think you'll end this up, pretty strongly. So we'll start with Goldie since she's not from Indianapolis. Just to ask, what are you most excited about with this transition to Indy, and how do you think this is going to enhance the overall conference experience this year?
I think it's always good when we kind of take a break and we go somewhere new. The last time I remember doing this is when we had the conference in New Orleans, which, obviously New
Mhm.
Orleans being New Orleans, right?
Right.
But I think we saw like an uptick in the amount of people that came to the conference. I think because specifically maybe a lot of them hadn't been there, but I think it's also the same thing for Indianapolis. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that may not have had the opportunity to come to Indianapolis or have spent time in Indianapolis yet. And so with the conference, this provides them that great opportunity to not only come to the conference, but also just explore all the things that Indianapolis has to offer. Like Rupal mentioned, the Indy 500. We also have the Black Expo happening at the same time. So there's a lot of different things that they can get into in addition to the conference. And also for me personally, like I'm a huge foodie. So I'm looking forward to just exploring all the different soul food spots and all different food spots that are out there in Indianapolis. I had an opportunity to visit last month during a site visit as we were scoping things out for the conference. And there was a ton of different areas. The downtown is definitely, it's bumping down there. There's a lot to do, a lot to get into, sports bars, you name it. So I think people are going to find that there's lots to explore in Indianapolis outside of just attending the conference. So I think that they'll be very pleased with the different things that they can have available to them.
Mhm. And I would just say that no BDPA conference are the same. And for that matter, even when we went at Atlanta, probably consecutively 3 to 4 years, whatever, every year the experiences were different. Um, Although the scenery was the same, but I think one of the things that I am very proud of our executive committee who puts together this conferences that, whether the location has, of course, terms of attraction or not. But I think the experiences and the conversations, the workshop are always unique experiences. So this year we are really going to focus on entrepreneurship, innovation, education, uh, and those are our four pillars, and I'm missing one more, I guess. uh, so we really want to focus on these four pillars and bringing new conversations. I always brag about our industry to anybody who is not in tech, and I say that our no 2 days are the same.
Yeah.
Every single minute somebody's innovating something new, whether it's like my son sitting on a kitchen table at the age of 14 building an app, or somebody, a genius scientist, working in its research lab and building a new innovative product. So I think one of the things, and that is our theme this year also, innovation with motion. Is that right, Goldie?
Mhm.
uh, yes. So I think what basically I'm going to say is we are always on a fast track. So I can guarantee you that even without putting a lot of effort, even thinking about what we need to be doing, the speakers came up with so many great ideas saying that, oh, this is what's happening in our space, whether it was in education, whether it's from an industry perspective, whether it's the entrepreneurs. By the way, Devin is our a fearless leader leading pitch competition, which is absolutely mind-blowing experience. If you have not been there, even if you are not actually presenting, you should go and listen to those pitches. I was a judge last year, and I said, oh my god, how can somebody get this brilliant idea to solve this complex problem? So I think those experiences, those learnings, those presentations are just so much new stuff that I would have not got that otherwise. So I think I want to first of all say thanks to all of our presenters and all those speakers who are going to put in so much effort in coming, because that is such a diverse group of leaders from different industry, different professions, and they are going to bring a very rich conversation that is going to be very enlightening.
No, I love what both of you said. So for one, I'm a foodie as well. So Goldie, I'll be looking to you for my recommendations. But no, you made a great point, RuPaul. Every conference is different. Even in the same city, it's different. So I'm definitely looking forward to what comes from being Indianapolis, the energy of that city. Some of our key, partners and sponsors, that being their backyard and what that looks like for us. And you mentioned some of the speakers. So you touched on the theme. So I wanted to go there next. Innovation in motion, keeping pace with emerging trends. So that's this year's conference theme. I also look forward to the conference theme. I'm a word guy, so I like that type of stuff, a pontificator, if you will. But what is the significance of this year's theme? And how has that been woven into how this year's conference experience has been curated?
Rupal, did you want to start that?
Okay, sure. So first of all, when we were looking at the theme, we you just heard it. Indianapolis is fast track cars. So when we were looking at it, we said innovation in motion. So we had to combine the theme with the city, but then more importantly, our industry has accelerated innovation in past few years more than ever before. And I know at every juncture, every conversation we turn around, it's all about AI. But what it truly means to have AI embedded in your business or your education. If you're a student, how are you going to keep up with this innovation that is AI is that driving our industry? I would say.
Yeah.
So we were really mindful about when we were curating different topics and the speakers. We were very, very mindful about. And by the way, we had so many good submissions. It was the hardest job for us to pick the speakers and of course the topics. Uh, and every submission was amazing, very unique ideas and all. But then what we really have this time, slightly different we are doing is, we have a lot of people from tech industry, obviously, but then we have some of the C-suite executives coming and talking about how their um, job has changed. So one
Mm.
conversation is going to be about view from the top. So individuals, when I'm talking to some of the CEOs, they're saying, actually, my industry is not at all about tech, but oh, AI and tech has impacted my industry so much. And rightfully, so many of us are not working just in Google or Microsoft or any tech industry, but you could be working for a printing press to working for marketing firm to manufacturing widgets. And you are doing your tech job, but how your CEO is viewing your uh, work and how significant it is for them. So we have a one panel, which is three individuals coming from non-tech industry, and they want to share that how much they respect the work done by our community, but then how it has even changed their life and how they are also trying to keep up with this current trends.
Yeah.
So I think that would be one of the conversations I'm looking forward. Of course, we have CIO panel, which is like some of the best and the brightest people who are uh, definitely going to talk about, because they're on the cutting edge of the uh, industry. But we have a very exciting panel about even education. So one of the things I was very recently talking to our Secretary of Education, and she said they have cut down 1,700 degree programs in Indiana.
Mm.
But then they have also made sure that tech education actually now starts at the elementary level. And AI courses are almost, it's not mandatory, but all of the courses have an option to learn about AI in every degree program. So we are going to really focus on how if education is also going to change. We are going to share some of the tools, which is like a free education resources also, because we have to be constantly learning.
Yep.
So, and then of course there's going to be some industry panels also.
Yeah. And also just wanted to plug real quick the Women in Tech panel
Oh
as
yes,
well, because, women, we're breaking barriers in tech. We're also keeping up with the emerging trends and things like that. And so we have a dedicated panel just to get the perspectives from some women who are doing some amazing things in the technology space as well.
Man, it's quite the lineup. You mentioned C-suite executives. We have non-tech leaders coming in to speak about the impact of tech in their industry. And what kind of stood out to me, Rupal, as you were speaking around how curriculum is changing now for AI to be embedded into all degree programs, at least as an option. Whether you take the time to learn how it's impacting your space or not is on you, but it's getting in there at the elementary level. Kids are being introduced to it. I mean, it's something that we have to be informed on. I tell people, whether you like it or not, you need to know about it. You need to know what it is, how it's working, how it impacts you, and how you need to move with it. I think our last second career talk, we had Lauren Brown on speaking about protecting your IP in this age and how you protect your business and using AI in legal, ethical, and responsible ways. So it's whether you're against it, you're for it. It's here and you need to know how to move and navigate with it. So I'm glad that the conference is aligned with kind of the overall direction of education as a whole, and especially with our focus on middle and high school students, starting at that level and carrying it on through the collegiate and professional level. It's just good to hear that we're positioned, in the right way. So thank you for sharing that. I love that perspective. I'm looking forward to hearing all of that. This is actually a great segue to a question we have from one of today's guests, Sam asks, is there still any opportunity for an organization to partner with BDPA for BDPACON26 to potentially help sponsor a workshop or a presentation? If so, how do they go about doing that? Who do they need to talk to? Who do they need to reach out to make that happen?
so you're talking to the right people right now. Me and Goldie would love to reach out to you. Actually, Devin, you can just share our information, in the chat also, if possible. or else afterwards. Yes, we are looking for sponsors, and we have just a little wiggle room, and that means me and Goldie will have to do some jumping jacks. But if you're a sponsor and if you want, if you have a great idea to run a workshop, then we would definitely entertain. And please reach out to us right after this presentation.
All right, thank you. Samuel likes that. So I'll get your. We want to do your emails. We can put
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
emails in the comments,
Sure.
or I'll drop your emails in the comments so to make sure Samuel has that. And anyone else who's watching, sponsors, vendors, all that good stuff is needed. So reach out, reach out. We'll try. I'll put that contact information in the chat. So all right. So thank you for that. You spoke about speakers. Now a big part of BDPA that I like. I remember my first BDPA conference. I believe that was 2016. It was in Atlanta. And I pulled up, I just saw all these students in the lobby and like black professionals and students. I'm like, what is happening here? I was blown away. I hadn't seen anything like that in my life. It was crazy. So I know people come to BDPA with resumes, they leave with jobs. Like it's something we hear every year. People come and they get new business connections as entrepreneurs. Like there's a lot of connections and opportunity that comes out of the conference. It's not just sitting in rooms and learning all day. It's truly impactful connections that come out of this as well. So, what opportunities are available at BPACon 26 for those who may be coming looking for new employment opportunities or new business partnership opportunities? You know, people that say I'm leaving with something. Like, what are the opportunities at BDPACon 26 for that audience?
Yeah, so I would just tell you one thing that one of the things that we have seen a lot of success is, people finding new jobs. I'll tell you one thing. I have my dear friend, Dinala, Dinala was actually a BDPA student, actually, probably at a high school level, okay? And then he came for, of course, he continued his journey. And right now, he's a senior director at Eli Lilly, and he's a great show and tell type of a person who'll say that how his engagement with BDPA got him not only just a job but his one of the best careers. So if you look at BDPA conference website, you will see lots of logos. Probably more logos are being actually dropped. Myself and Goldie have one of the outstanding activity to finish this weekend is update more logos, or probably some logos we need to change. But you will see probably so many logos there, and that means those people will be there on Friday and Saturday during the career fair. So we want to make sure that yes, this is a platform for you to come and learn. Then also, if you have to pivot your career in the next direction, then we are providing you that opportunity. So I'll just start throwing some names, and some people will be formally setting up the booth, and somebody will be there just hanging out there during the gala also, because they all know the objectives. And also, actually, they are looking forward to meeting you also as much as we are setting them up to do the career fair. So whether it's Republic Airways, Indianapolis Airport Authorities, Eli Lilly and companies in a big presence, Johnson and Johnson, I can start telling you all the partners that are going to be in the conference, and many of them will be having a formal career fair, whereas a lot of people are going to be informally looking out for employees, because that is their objective. Trust me, if I'm sponsoring this conference, then my biggest objective should be to find those gems from this conference, because I'm a consultant. I run my own company, and trust me, I am not making widgets. My asset is my people, and this is how I find my own good people. And but that is the objective of all of our sponsors. So if you are looking for a job, I would say you would meet a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons in the very beginning of the conference I was trying to tell you that yes, those that professional networking and those informal gatherings are yes, to make new friends, because yes, we are a very small community and we want to stay tight and connected with each other. But of course, yes, that's also one of our ways to create connections for career growth.
Yeah. And I would also encourage the college students, I would say just talking to them specifically, like the career fair is a great opportunity for them to, look for internships or get their next job. But also those informal sessions, whether it's just the panels or um, other workshops that we have available, or just passing someone just in passing on your way to the next event. You never know where your next career is going to come from, but you just have to make sure that you're ready with your, you can have your elevator pitch ready to speak about yourself and just, give that information to them. And you just never know. It could be that easy, to be honest, sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely have the career fair that's happening Friday and Saturday. So there'll be lots of opportunities for folks to share their resumes and talk with potential employers about their current job openings.
And Goldie, is there a separate registration for the career fair, or is it all just part of the conference? How's that structured this year?
Yeah, it's all just part of the conference. When they and we did share the career fair flyer. We just have to update it with the actual location where it's going to be. It's going to be in the Regency Ballroom E and F. And that's free. So even if somebody doesn't register to be a part of the BDPA conference, they can literally just walk in off the street and be a part of the career fair. So it's open to as many people locally in Indianapolis as well as people that are at the conference. So we encourage everyone to just, if you're looking, you're considering a career change, or just want to explore opportunities, to just bring your resume and come to the career fair, and you just never know what that next opportunity is going to be.
Yeah, and I'll add one more thing. Thank you very much, Goldie. That's a good point. But we are actually partnering with something called Indiana Black Expo Summer Celebration. And it is practically in the same campus, but just, you have to take the bridge, the walkway to the other side of the building. They are going to get 20,000 people, and they also have the career fair. And everybody who comes to our conference can go there also. In fact, they have a free health fair also. So they do pretty detailed health screening for everyone who comes. So on a Friday and Saturday, anybody can go there, and as basic as doing the blood work panel to very detailed some of the cancer screening also that they have. But then they have lots of fun activities, but career fair and health fair and other activations happening there. So because we are collaborating with them, you all can go there also. So that is another option for anybody who wants to look for a job.
Thank you both for sharing this. So if you're watching, if you're listening, share this. You know someone who is looking for careers, new roles. Share this. Even if you can't make the full conference, hey, we're not shutting you out. There's still room for you here as well. So the career fair is free to register, and you can come strictly for the career fair. And hey, you have access to the Indiana Black Expo as well. So there's plenty of opportunity. And Rupal said it. Everyone who's sponsoring this conference, who's committed to being a partner, they're looking to get something out of this, and you're what they're looking to get out of this. So they want talent, they want new ideas, they want people who are going to help carry their organizations forward. So people are looking for you. So now you have to show up and do your part. So hey, we're making it available. BDPA.org/BDPACON26. Make sure you take advantage of the career fair and all that there is to be offered there. So, hey, Indiana Black Expo, that's something that's new to me. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's all about. But no, it makes me want to ask, just going back to our earlier talk around every conference is different. So what are some of those innovative, just new, cool things that are being done this year that's going to make this conference stand out from all the conferences beforehand? We just celebrated 50 years last year, so we got a long track list of conferences and experiences. But what's going to make this one just be the one that's so different from the others? Well, how are we being innovative and exciting and bringing this year's experience together?
So I think one of the things, of course, we wanted to partner was actually, so most of you know that we always used to do it in August, our BDPA conference, but we wanted to collaborate with like Expo and create experience such that, you're coming there for the tech conference, but then you are part of this huge um, a celebration. We call it summer celebration. They have their concerts also every day night and all. On a Saturday night, they have a white party, but that's fun stuff, of course. But a lot of other activations happening with them. And actually, somehow, from my phone, if I try to get on any other place, then I'm getting kicked out. So I'm not going there. But Devin, if you just look for Summer Indie Black Expo Summer Celebration and share the link, you can see that this is probably one of the largest uh, conference for, I would not just use it's a celebration. I would still say with the word celebration for Black community in the entire state. So there's just so many things that I cannot list everything right now here. For one of the things, for example, our students are going to be part of their youth leadership program. So there's so many ways we are going to collaborate with them, and they all will be stay. They all will be going out in the evenings in the Westin Hotel, which is just next door. So there's just tons of things that we thought about. That okay, how are we leveraging other great events happening?
Yeah.
They typically have for example, on a Friday afternoon, they have something called corporate luncheon, and they get names from Hollywood and people who are like musicians and all. I think they've already dropped the names who are coming. Um, and again, I cannot bring them up right now. But so you all can go and experience that also. So that was slightly different thing we did this year that let's try to do along with the summer celebration. So as and when people want to step out from BDPA conference and do something different, they can do that.
Yeah. And we're also looking at different ways within the actual Hoover app, which is supporting the conference. Maybe some interactive polls and different ways that attendees can interact with each other through the app, and we can push different things out through the app as well. So we're working through that, and we'll probably start to share or even push some emails and some notifications out probably the week of the conference. But you have to be registered to get those notifications, though. So please
Yep.
make sure that you register to attend the conference, and you'll get to see all the different interactions that we're going to have and be able to participate and interact with those attendees as well.
Yeah, the Hoover app is always fun. I got to make sure I still have it downloaded because my storage be my storage on my phone be doing what it do. So
Gotta make
I
the
let
space
Hoover.
there, Devin. You gotta clear out the space.
So I have to offload Hoover between conferences, but I'm downloading it back now so I can stay in the loop. Yeah, Hoover is great. I always like the leaderboards in there, and I just find
Yeah,
myself just trying to do stuff to stay ahead of the game. But it's always cool seeing who's there and what's what. And all right, I'm registered. I'm in here. I got it now, so now I can see the attendees and
yeah.
everything. So I'm in the game. Yeah, get that Hoover app.
It's
It
cool because
makes
some
a
of the
difference.
sponsors are in there too, and they're
Yeah.
chatting it up and trying to, get to the leaderboard too. So it's just really fun to just see everybody in there.
And I've had people, speaking of Hoover, and I've been at the conference and had people send me a DM or a private message, say, "Hey, can we grab coffee in the morning or something?" Don't know how they found me or what made me stand out, but I've had connections come from that.
Oh yeah,
So that's something simple, just a way we use technology at our technology conference to continue to foster connection and make sure people really get the most out of this experience. So thank you for sharing, Hoover. Indiana Black Expo. I'm excited about that. I put the link for Summer Celebration in the comments. I flashed it on screen. I'll show one more time. So summercelebration.net. If you check that out, you can see some of the things that are lined up while we're there with the Indiana Black Expo and that Summer Celebration experience. I think I see Kim on the website and all this
yep.
stuff. So hey, it's
That's
gonna be
Friday
a
night. Already
time.
got me tickets.
It's gonna be a time. So I mean, let's keep going
Yes,
with that. So I mean, Goldie. So you just mentioned you got your tickets for Kim. And
yes. Can't
Rupal
miss
say
Kim.
after 5, it's time to get live. So you've talked about it a little bit with Brooks Source and the expo, but no, overall, no, are there any other just social experiences or things that are planned throughout our conference for the sole purpose of having fun, getting out, connecting, unwinding? Now, I always tell people, and I really got to think about it last year. I was fortunate to serve as conference DJ last year, which was pretty cool. But just reflecting on the experience, actually, when I got back home, it was like, man, we had conversations around AI. We had a cybersecurity feud. We had a networking mixer, and people are, drinking the drink sponsored by one of our sponsors, and they're dancing and having a time. And you had multi generations at this National Computer Museum, seeing everything from the very first computer ever created to the iPhone now. So I mean, we danced, we talked AI. We talk governance and cybersecurity. We play cards. You know, we do it all. We're not monolithic. Like we're well balanced when it comes to. So it's really a family reunion. Is kind of the way I feel about
Absolutely.
it. So
Hmm.
part of family reunions is you get together, you learn from your elders, and you get all the wisdom. But you also have a time. You have a good time. You have some fun. And you have some new memories that you can take back. Look back and laugh on. So, now, just what can we look forward to? You know, outside of all the learning and the text, the talks, and all that good stuff, and just some straight up fun. Like what's going now?
Don't forget your dancing shoes and the gown for the girls, and the at least a blazer for the guys, because on a Saturday night we have the gala.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you have to just dress up and come with your one of the best look, I guess, because gala is our grand finale of a conference. That's a true celebration evening. We want to recognize those students, the professionals who have competed during the conference, and we recognize them. But then, yes, right after that, there's a live DJ. So you just want to come out and have fun and cheer on people who have really done a great job putting together their product or competed at this competitions, because we really want to encourage these young people who have come from all over the country, worked very hard throughout the year, uh, preparing for the competitions. Like those of you who don't know, BDPA, this is just our annual conference where everything comes together. But then we have probably 40 plus chapters in multiple cities where students, especially high school students, middle school students, college students, they go to their local chapter on every Saturday, and depending, of course, everyone's schedules are different. But they go every Saturday. Most of the cities have that schedule, and they learn about coding. They learn about different product development, software development, and just anything, everything tech. And they come in this conference and they showcase what they have learned throughout the year. So I want to encourage every one of you to look for the conference, not only conference. Yes, we want you to be there, but look for the programs that are happening in your community, so that hey, I want to introduce my niece, nephews, my kids to tech. Then I want to find some resources locally. And again, our event is very family friendly. That's how my kids got introduced to BDPA. And bring them first time. It's okay. Bring them, and we have very safe environment for young kids. So we have chaperones and everybody who can take care of them. I mean, it's not babysitting, I mean to say, but actually teaching them new things and all, and at least find out the program that's happening in your community, even if the kids cannot travel with you. And I know we are at only 5 minutes, and when I really want to open up for questions, because we can talk for another 2 hours on conference. We three are very passionate about it.
No, absolutely. And I'm keeping an eye on the comments. If there are any more questions out there, please put them in the comments. I'll make sure I bring them on stage so we can address them.
Because before
Absolutely.
I before I close at 10:59, I want to know how many Fevers tickets I have to buy, right? I have not forgot.
Yeah.
I have not forgotten you guys. Don't worry.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're watching this live, hey, you got about 5 more minutes. If you register for the conference, drop a comment in there so we know you did it. RuPaul's buying Indiana Fever tickets for everyone who registers for the conference before we hop off the live. So if you watching this on YouTube, you're already too late. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, but if
And
you're watching it
also,
live on YouTube,
and
hey,
also just a quick plug for just local students and professionals in Indianapolis. We actually have
yeah,
a sponsor that is sponsoring registrations for those that are local in Indianapolis. So we do have a registration code for them available. And so if they're interested in joining and they're located in Indianapolis, they can, reach out and we'll be able to provide the code for them to register.
And actually, Goldie, I think we both can make this executive decision that those who are on this call, of course, they don't get Indiana Fever ticket because they don't get everything for free. But The secret code, Goldie has it, Goldie will put it here, and I want you to register it. But if you register, you have to come, right? But Goldie will share you the free code. But this is good only for today, and that is INDYFDN. Is that correct, Goldie? And
That is correct.
if you can drop it here, that would be nice. So that
Yep.
means if you register today, then you can register for free. Now, I don't think so we can make any more attractive. If there was anything that was stopping you for whatever reason, that hey, I want to go, but I'm thinking about how can I uh, pay for my conference attendance, then now you have that resource also.
Yeah, and we are having a flash sale right now too, where it's even half off, 50% off registration. So if you're not able to take advantage of the code or you missed today or and whatever the case, we do have a flash sale that's running now until July 5th, where you can still get your discounted half off registrations. So
And
feel
those who are
free.
out of town, we have room blocks also. So you definitely don't have to pay more than an average person would pay. And what is the code again? Somebody's asking.
Yeah.
Goldie, again, I'm not
It's,
able to type here.
it's
So,
the code is INDYFDN for Indie Foundation. So INDYFDN.
yeah, so you can take advantage of the Hyatt Regency, the room blocks we have. But then you have to book through, of course, our website and everything so that, you get that special rate. Or you have to mention if you call up saying, hey, you're a BDPA attendee, and then maybe a special rate.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So, hey, we have Samuel say, hey, he wants to register after you all talk about
Yes,
sponsoring a co-sponsoring
yes.
a session. So keep his
All
ticket
right,
on standby.
Sam.
So,
All right,
uh,
Okay.
Samuel. We'll be looking out for you here. Yes, we
so
got you.
yeah,
We
so
got you.
I shared both Goldie and RuPaul's emails in the comments. I flashed them up on screen. I'm going to flash them up here one more time. That's goldie.bunny@bdpa.org. And then we have our Thanawala@yahoo.com. So make sure you reach out to both of them to take advantage of all that we've shared today. If you want to be a sponsor, a partner, anything, make sure you reach out to them and stay connected here. So we're here right at time, and I just want to ask both of you, just what's that one big takeaway you want people to leave the conference with this year? So what's the biggest thing? And I'm also going to put the QR code back up here. Hopefully you can see that, and my big head isn't in the way. But if you do want to register for the conference, QR code is up here in the corner. But we'll start with you, Goldie. Maybe wrap up with you, Rupal. Rupal as our conference co-chair. But what is that one biggest takeaway you want people to leave this year's conference experience with?
I think it's just that, there's lots of opportunity out there, but you also have to put yourself out there as well. I mean, if people won't know that you're looking for these opportunities if you're not letting them know that you are looking for these opportunities. So I think it's going to be really important for people to make sure that they are making the most of their networking opportunities that they have, meeting as many people as they can. I would say like each day have a point to meet like 5 new people at a minimum, right? And talk to those people, walk through the career fair. Even if you're not necessarily looking for your next opportunity and you're okay where you are, I say still walk through there, make those connections, even if it's not for now, but something could happen later, right? So just maximize your time at the conference as much as possible, but also make sure you have a good time as well. And so there's lots of opportunity for that throughout the conferences you'll see with the expo as well as our conference.
Yeah, and for me, it is like, my personal investment in time for my personal growth. Being in tech, one thing I've learned is, you never feel that you have arrived. You are always learning new things, and that doesn't stop for me personally. And as much as a co-chair of this conference, I'm right now in the full speed planning and executing and engaging with people. But during that conference, I'm going to be switching the gears in terms of, hey, what I'm learning, and that I can learn even from student session also, because by the way, students are much smarter than me. I know that. our young people are so much brighter than us. They have great ideas to all the way to connecting with some of the senior leaders who have so much wisdom to share with us. So I'm going to be there with lots of curiosity, and I'll be anxious to learn more stuff there.
Well, you've heard it here, everyone. BDPACON26 going down July 15th through the 18th in Indianapolis. It can't make it any sweeter for you. We got Indiana Fever tickets for you on the line. If you register right now, do it right now. Tickets half off for the conference. So get in the mix. Indiana Black Expo is going on while we're there. We got amazing speakers. You see them on the screen here, C-suite executives and everything in between. Coming to tell you all this, what's going on, what's the inside loop. And what I love about BDPACon is compared to some of our other technology conferences, they're all amazing. But I think BDPA gives you a different level of access to the people who come. If there's the most senior leader you could think about at this conference, if you want to connect with them, you can. That opportunity is there. You can have a conversation with the people who come. People are accessible. People are eager to interact with you. So take advantage of this. It's going to be an amazing experience, and we can't wait to see you in Indianapolis on July 15th through the 18th. So looking forward to it. I'll leave that QR code up here just a few moments longer, but thank you for joining us today. This has been great. Let me remove Goldie and Rupal from the screen so they can do what they need to do. But until all, we'll see you in a few weeks. Indianapolis, bdpa.org/BDPACon26. Scan that QR code right there. Go register. We can't wait to see you there. Until next time, have a safe 4th of July and everything in between. There's a lot going on in the summertime, but stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you in Indianapolis, July 15th through the 18th, and then we'll see you back in August for our next Tech and Career Talk. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.